Creating a basic template within DocStar. Start by choosing the file inbox. Choose a document within your file inbox to work with. Here I've chosen this document. I then click on the toolbar and choose template icon. I then select the new button. I need to name my template. Here I can choose, the first tab is all my scanning options. These we can go into more detail. There's one document, single page documents, which means each page gets filed as a separate document, and then use separator page. We can use blank pages to separate on our scans. Down at the bottom we can choose to file automatically, which means as soon as it's done scanning, it would then prompt you to hit start, and that would run this template. I can choose file later, and this benefits you because you can then choose an inbox to put that into, and then the document is sitting back at your file inbox, and you can then process that filing back at your desk. Or the mail comes in and you can take and route it to a particular user's inbox for them to file. The biggest piece of creating a template is under the Actions tab. Here I want to create my different actions or my fields on which I want to file. The first one I would want to create here is customer name. Then I can choose where this information is coming from, either a user prompt where then the user would type in some sort of information like here, something basic like enter customer name. The person filing this document would then see this prompt and know what they are needing to do. I can also choose to have this come from a drop-down list. Here I can manually type in my list, or if I have a list already built, I can retrieve that. I can copy my list, go back to my list and hit Control V on my keyboard. It then pastes that list here. I have sorted chosen, so it'll sort it alphabetically, my list. And then I choose the destination of where I want this information to be outputted, either into the title, so it replaces the title in this case. I then set up my next action, which would be job number. Here it's a user prompt, so I'm going to tell the person to enter job number. Next, I want to have document type. I can then make this also a drop-down list. And again, I can go and either type into this list, or if I have a predefined list, I have my list here, I can copy, Control C, go into DocStar, Control V as in Victor. Paste that in there, and I want my document types to be added to keywords. So I have customer name going into the title, I have our job number going added to the title, I have our document type going to keywords. I also want to capture the document date, where I can then also do a user prompt, and I can also give them an example of how I'd want this date entered. So I chose month, date, year, each in two characters. I can then also have this take this information that the user supplied, and under the Transformation tab, I can have it format that text to a proper date field by choosing this format that I wanted. So month, date, year with the slashes. This benefits the user because they don't have to type in as much, allowing the software to automatically format it for them. And then where do I want this date to fall? I also want that to fall into the keywords. The other thing I want to do is also take and make that document date a custom field. And the way I do that is I create another action called custom field, document date custom, and I say for my drop down for my data source I choose other action, and here I choose document date. Because I've already entered that document date up here, it's going to take that existing document date rather than put it into keywords, it's going to put it into a custom field. And here I have it already selected as document date. And then lastly, maybe I want to put in the customer PO number. Again, user prompt. And then it'll select, they would type in the PO number and it puts it into keywords. Notice as I click off and onto, it updates the name of that action. So I can see real quick I have customer name, job number, document type, document date, which puts it into keywords. I then have the document date going to a custom field, which allows the user to retrieve and be able to search date ranges. And then the last one I have is PO number. I then save that template. And now what I want to do is, after I've created a template, I want to then come up here, choose the document, choose the second icon, manual file, and I want to see how this performs. I want to test this template. So I choose run template, and here are my prompts. Here it says customer files, it says select from drop down, so I choose my customer name from my list. I enter the job number. Here I have my document types. I have my document date. I have my PO number. And now the document has been run on that template. I can see in the title I've got the customer name, their code, the document type, the date, and their PO number. Also in the custom fields I have their document date, which was driven from this date here in the keywords. So real quickly I can build a simple template that way.